This king has had that kind of moment. He has just been told by these bishops who are retreating that he's been banished from the church. Similar kind of moment. Your life from now on will be changed. However, look at the reaction of this king. He drops his scepter, shoulders shrugged down, his wife cringing at his side. He stares blankly downwards, defeated in despair. She, on the other hand, is looking upwards, determinedly, though somewhat with tension and fright. She looks like she is going to greet that future. I'd like to think that 12, 13-year-old version of my dad would have responded to his situation in much the same way that Joan of Arc did. And I think he did. He went on to be a school teacher, and every summer he'd go off on adventures, just like the adventure he's going off on this winter. Just to kind of reaffirm and confirm an artist's intentions in what he's producing, this is another painting of Joan of Arc. You can see the angels are there, and at this moment, she's being whispered to and told. Slightly different moment. She's in the process of being told. And maybe a similar kind of expression, but one more of shock and surprise and a little bit more fear. She has moved on from that state and is now facing her future. Okay, I want you to turn and let's look at what we have on the board over here. A woman taking care of a garden, sad, reaching for help, waiting for someone. Beautiful greens, tired. And now what you have is a concretization of a moment that everybody experiences, a profound moment in your life, one that you can meet like she does, of envisioning a future that is now changed forever, but greeting it with determination. Thank you. Okay, so questions about how I apply my art appreciation method to the classroom. Yes?
I had a question. How do you choose what pieces you use during what period of time?
Good question. There are a few factors that go into my choices. One is integration with other parts of the curriculum. Integration with history and with literature, with poetry. The other part is I choose works of art whose themes will be relevant to the students at their different ages. So sometimes that means artworks that might be more simple. For example, this one is the one I showed to most of the classes on the first day of school. And what you have here is a young man out of uniform who's walking into the Boston Red Sox clubhouse with several players who are getting ready for the game, look definitely older, and they look at him kind of with suspicion, not quite sure what to make out, and he comes in ready to go with a big smile on his face, his hand poised to shake anybody and to greet anybody. So the kind of moment depicted here is one of going into a new situation where there are lots of people who do not know you, first day of school. And then, how does this character handle that situation? He's excitedly going forward and greeting people. Now, I do it with images that seem more relevant, but I also do it with images that, I'm going to go flip to this one, that seem more distant. This is a painting, yes?
Oh, sorry, you can finish it.
Okay, this is a painting that relates, that I chose initially because it relates to King Arthur stories, which room 204 did. And this is a story of Yseult, who cannot marry the man that she loves and is forced to marry another king. And she sits here, well, here's the image of that other man, Tristan. And she sits here in a tower, lonely, longing for the one that she loves. 9-year-olds? Even younger, 8-year-olds? They may not have had the same specific kind of moment, yearning for someone who is gone, but they have felt an analogous emotion before, a kind of longing for a loved one who is far away. And so part of the process I go through is, after we identify a theme, which is a particular kind of moment being experienced here, I have them think of moments in their lives which connect to that theme. And I have them write about it. I'll give you an example. I won't give you an example. The copy I thought I had is not here. Let me make sure. Oh, I'll summarize it. One student wrote about the time that her cat left the house, was gone for 3 days, and she would sit at the window wanting the cat to come home. So on some level, they can grasp, and what that helps them do is see that despite the fact that this is such a remote story out of their lives, that they can look at it as a human being rather than just a myth or some distant adult and connect it to their lives.